The following program is rated TVMA-LV. It contains strong language and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Weak.
And actually, folks, that's not true. This is the Law-Abiding Biker Podcast. That was just for fun. This is rated G and rated for everyone. So stay tuned. We've got a loaded show.
Even your mama.
There are lessons to be found here, but mostly I do this so you can know me. Lately, as I write these, I realize they are as much for me as they are for you. This is the one place I can be completely open. The pen and paper has no judgment, no vote. It simply receives my truth and allows me to turn the page. And today, this is my truth. I am terrified a great deal of the time. Afraid of what I've done, of what I'm doing, and of what I might have to do. It's not a crippling fear. In fact, it's just the opposite. I thrive on it. I crave it. I need that rush of terror to get me out of bed in the morning. It's in my DNA. I have tremendous remorse for the acts of violence I've committed, both planned and spontaneous. But I think what brings me the most sorrow is that I've learned to justify this behavior. I always find a reason, a cause, a need, that allows me the karmic lubrication to stuff my guilt into a savage compartment. I've become the thing. The one I hated. And with that awareness comes periods of days, sometimes weeks, when I have to avoid looking into a mirror. My self-hate is so deep, so palpable, I fear I'll lunge at my own image, shatter the glass and cut myself with shards of broken reflection. Since my best friend was killed, I've lost my center. Hope was always my pull back to true north. Now my doubt and sense of fraudulence bark so loudly in my head that most of the time I can't hear anything else. Love, camaraderie, freedom. All the things I want from this life are lost in the din. Forgive my indulgence, sons, but today may be a day we both remember, a defining day, and I want you to look back at this entry and know that at the very least your father was completely honest. So you know I speak the truth when I tell you that you are the most important thing to me. I will never hurt you, never abandon you. I love you, Abel. I love you, Thomas. More than anything or anyone. I always will. Everything I do is for my sons.
Know that, bitches. Let's do this thing.
I got some cosmic lubrication, baby.
Attaboy, you ready, Lurch? You
Yeah,
ready,
you
LD?
You gonna receive my truth?
Watch out, take 4, 5, 6, 7.
Here we go. Do the rock intro. That's right. Welcome. You made the journey here to all our fellow bikeaholics out there. Just want to welcome you back to another episode of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, the official lab podcast. What's up, Lurch?
I want to know, are you ready to receive my truth?
LD,
Let's do this. I'm feeling it.
let's do it. That's right. If you're a true bikeaholic, then this is the only podcast that you will need. It's the only prescribed therapy that you will need. It's for the motorcycle majority, after all. That's right, the MM, the big MM. The
99%.
That's right. This podcast covers everything. If you're ready and think you can handle it, mount up, come along with us for another wild-ass ride. And of course, this is a special episode, Sons of Anarchy episode. Aside from the regular law-abiding biker podcast episodes, it's like a little golden egg that fell in your lap. So let's get to it. Well, guys, we do have a loaded episode. This is Ryan Erlacher, your host of the Law-Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
high-tech redneck.
Attaboy. Studio left, Law Dog, LD in the house. What up, LD?
What up?
Oh, yeah. Gotta play your sound. And, of course, studio right. To my right is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend. Attaboy.
What's up,
Thanks,
dude?
guys. Nothing. Just a full episode here.
You didn't answer my question.
Nothing's up right now.
You ready to receive my truth?
I am ready to receive your truth.
And my cosmic lubrication?
Yeah, I'm not ready for the... Well, if you're going to make me receive your truth, I will take lubrication with it. I'm not going to lie to you. If I have to take your truth,
Hey,
I don't want it dry.
I appreciate
Can I leave now? Or
That's enough.
I appreciate your honesty.
This podcast is already starting out very bad and
Hey, it is a season finale.
low maturity level in the studio as usual. So
right.
We do have a ton of content for you guys. Let's get started. Man, we got some awesome stuff going on. I really worked hard on getting this episode going. So let's just start out with, nominating us. We humbly ask you. Lurch humbly asks you.
Please.
LD humbly asks you.
Stitcher Radio.
Stitcher Radio.
We humbly ask you to nominate us for the second annual 2013 Stitcher Radio Awards.
What do they call their awards? The Stitchies?
I don't know.
That's a good one. Maybe.
Just Stitcher Award, the way I understand it.
Okay.
But yeah. So you may vote for us daily through Sunday, December 22nd, 2013. You can vote daily, I said. And out of each category, 6, I'm going to tell you how you can vote in a second, so stand by. But out of those, after December 22nd, 6 finalists will be chosen from each category, and then voting will take place from there, and I will get back to you if we even make it into the finalists on how you can officially vote at that time. We got to make it to the finalists first. It's a long shot, but we have had a ton of support from the law-abiding biker community, from our listeners, and this should just be icing on the cake. So the way you vote, you can nominate us, and you just go to lawabidingbiker.com/nominate. Do it. There's a link there, and it tells you the instructions, which it literally will take you less than a minute. It's so simple. There's a link there. It gives you the 3 things on what to do. And please keep us in these categories. Please nominate us. If everybody does it the same, we'll have a higher likelihood of making it to finalists. And if you just put us in every category, then it won't work out so well. So just put us in these 2 categories: Best New Show and Best Society and Culture. And again, lawabidingbiker.com/nominate, and it tells you that if you forget, and it tells you exactly which categories and the link. So
It's so easy, even LD can do it.
Maybe. I'm not so sure. So yeah, we would really appreciate, guys, and you again daily till December 22nd. See if we can get us in the finalists, and we would be so super stoked. And again, just real quick on this show, all the show notes for the show will be at lawabidingbiker.com/SOA07. I just want to get that out at the top of the show because you're going to need to refer back on quite a few things. All right. So yeah, we'll get that out of the way. So please nominate us. And yeah, let's get on to the next thing. What else do we got? Super cool.
Oh, like Santa, you got gifts in your sack.
That's right. I don't even have a... Yes, we do. And
Don't have a what? What were you going to say?
I don't know, dude.
I think I threw him off topic by telling me he had gifts in his sack.
You did, dude. You did. We're not going to talk about sacks right now, but what we are
Santa
gonna,
has a red velvet sack he carries around with him.
what we are going to talk about is this episode. You must listen, and you are listening, obviously. And this is a special Christmas giveaway. I will not be putting this out on blogs. I will not be putting it out on Facebook or Twitter. You got to be one of our loyal listeners, and you have a chance at this giveaway. LD, do you want to talk about a little bit? What are we giving away?
$75 Amazon gift card.
Very nice.
Boom.
And law-abiding biker, we have had so much support. We've had donations and things like that. It's a very small token that we can give back to our someone in the law-abiding biker listening audience. Is that $75 Amazon gift card. Obviously, you can spend it in any way you want on Amazon, and it'll be an email gift card once we figure out who wins it. There are some things you have to do. There are 3 things that you must do to qualify, and we are going to be telling you those 3 things throughout this show. So again, $75 gift certificate when we find out the winner via email, and you'll get it before Christmas so you can spend it on Christmas stuff.
Perfect.
It's the season, I feel like giving, and you guys out there have given so much to us. We feel like we want to give back a little bit during the holiday season. So that's what we're going to do. So
Santa's not the only one with a belly full of jelly.
Quit talking about me like that, please.
just straight up ad-libbing over there. I love it. That's why I got my guys in the house here help me out.
Somebody's got to have some humor.
You do, dude, and I like it.
Every once in a while, you pull out a gem.
I do. I kind of keep you on track. You guys are like the comedians.
You're
in
like the
corner.
referee.
I'm like the referee.
Yeah.
And when I need to, I just do this when I need to get you guys back on track. But I haven't had to do that today yet, so I'm sure it'll happen.
The night is young.
It is young.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, we've got a lot of special stuff on the show. So here, let's get right to it. What we want you guys to do is we've had a lot of fun. Of course, these are extra episodes, the Sons of Anarchy episodes. They're a little golden egg that fell in your lap, aside from our regular episodes. And through this, we've had a lot of fun. Have we not?
I have.
Blast.
Yep. And let me tell you guys, we get a lot of downloads on our regular episodes, but we get a ton of downloads on these because a lot of people listen to these that may not even be bikers. They're just fans of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, the SOA fans are pretty crazy.
Yep.
They're diehard.
I'm telling you, when I looked at the downloads, I was like, I didn't think these shows, honestly, the SOA shows I was like, let's do it. Let's have fun. Let's play with it. Holy cow, dude. Yeah. So we'll be doing it again next season. Really appreciate that support, guys. What you're voting on, the fun we've had is, of course, at the beginning of the show, you heard the actual narrator for Sons of Anarchy that does the, welcome, whatever this show is, MSLAV, whatever, use caution.
MALSV.
MALSV, all that, viewer discretion advised, all that stuff.
MALSV.
Okay, quit plugging yourself.
Quit plugging yourself. Yeah, you cannot self-promote.
Hey, I'm not over here plugging myself. You can see me.
So
I'm plugging myself?
Yeah, we're okay. We don't want any. There's no plugs allowed in the studio of any kind. So here's the fun we've had through this. We have had myself, Ryan Erlacher. We have had Matt. We'll just do it how you're going to vote for him. So you vote for Ryan Erlacher. You can vote for Lurch.
You rang.
You can vote for Chewy, or you can vote for Law Dog.
Law Dog in the house.
LD. And we've all done an intro, and we've played them throughout
don't
this.
Go around here.
So we've done we've all done an intro basically, and we played them on previous SOA podcasts. So we're gonna have you guys listen to these 4, and if you need to go back and decide, of course you're on a podcast, so you can just hit rewind and listen to them again. And this will be the first thing that you need to do. It's all about voting on which intro you think is the best.
It's cool you're putting them all together. They can listen to them back to back.
They can
really get a feel for it.
Get a feel. Yeah. And I'm just telling you right now, you'll want to vote for me. Anyways, the first, is that self-promotion?
Hey, no, go ahead. I'm going to do it.
Because I don't know what we're going to do, but
I'm going to start a Facebook fan page for mine.
You're such a
with a $75 gift card.
Dude.
Oh, you're doubling up money, huh?
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah, rat bastard. Yeah.
A frickin' Facebook page. It'll be the LD SOA intro Facebook fan page.
Oh, yeah.
Lurch does not like this.
Okay, we have got so much. We got to keep moving, dude. Okay, here. Anyways, the first one I'm going to play. So here they go, guys. And then I'm going to tell you what you need to do immediately after listening to this episode so you can get in the game. And this only goes till this little offer. You have to do all three things until December 22nd, 2013 by midnight Pacific Standard Time. If you have not done these three things that we're going to get to you, then you are not eligible. Or if you just do one, you're not eligible. You have to do all three things. And like I say, stay tuned because we're going to tell you what to do. All right. First one you need to listen to right here is Chewy. This is Chewy's official intro. Here we go.
The following program is rated podcast MALSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Not bad. Solid start. Little weak on the finish. Just
All right.
saying.
Tailed off.
Just saying.
Here we go. Here we go with Matt.
Oh, this is
Or
good.
Lurch. Excuse me. This first one was Chewy. This will be Lurch. You have to vote for, if you want to vote, this will be Lurch.
This one's solid.
Here we go.
The following program is rated podcast MALSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. That was solid.
That was ridiculous.
Wow. Very manly, very deep, velvety voice.
It was-
I like it.
Sound like somebody, I don't know, stuck their hand on your throat while you were saying that.
That's my normal speaking voice.
That is not your normal speaking voice. Here is LD Law Dog. This is Law Dog, the Whisperer.
The following program is rated podcast MALSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Boom.
Is that your bedroom voice? Is that what your,
I was whispering for effect.
is that what your lovely fiance gets to hear?
That is.
Oh, congrats.
She loves it.
Congratulations.
The
by
funny
way.
thing
Thank you,
is,
thank you.
his was the only one that I had to do any editing to, and the only thing I did,
You messed with it?
I had to because I had to turn it up so people could hear it.
Oh,
You screwed it up. It was even
turned it
better.
up?
Well, I had to turn it up or people wouldn't hear it on the podcast.
Then maybe that was part of it.
It was that low.
That's how he whispers his lovely
Yeah.
little messages into his lover's ear.
All right, and last of all, of course, your host, Ryan Urlacher. Here's my intro, and I'm not going to lie to you. It's probably the best. The following program is rated podcast MALSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. There you go.
Is that Beavis or Butthead? Or both?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh, that's enough of that. Yeah.
Pretty solid effort there, boss.
I gave it an
The
effort.
only thing I'm going to say on yours is you have the recording equipment, and that was probably take 95.
No, I did. I'm not. You guys got several takes too, so don't give
yeah.
me
Oh,
your
don't even
crap.
start with me.
I had 2 or 3.
You had like 5.
No, I had 2.
No, I have
2
them.
or 3, I'll be honest.
I actually have the original files because I had to clip them so that they would be just what you said.
I had at least 2 because
Yeah.
I know I got the words a little mixed up.
I'm not going to lie to you.
First
That
time.
was like 6 takes for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. So if you want to take that into
Okay,
account,
so we're going to divide your votes by
but don't let
3 because you got 3 times more tries.
don't let LD make you think that he didn't get a practice because he had plenty of practices, and that's why he decided to whisper on the last one.
Life's
I'm
all
not
about
sure why.
choices, and he chose to whisper, whatever. I mean, he wanted to be different.
Mine was for effect.
Yeah, and he
Touches the heart.
yeah, and I'm
Touches
pretty
something.
sure LD, you're probably already been voted out. But anyways, good try.
Well, my Facebook fan page may change those things.
I got this in the bag.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, we
Or
will.
the sack.
So here's the deal. Those are the 4, and you can go back and listen to them. And here's what you need to do. Here's the first thing you need to do, and then we will, through the podcast, tell you the other 2 things. First thing you need to do is you must go to lawabidingbiker.com/SOA07. That is where the show notes will be. That is where the podcast will be. Of course, you can still listen on iTunes and whatever else, but that's where everything will be housed, so to speak. You must comment on that webpage. You must make a comment on who you vote for and give briefly why you're voting for them. A brief 1-sentence or 2-sentence description. And mine will probably go something like this. I vote for Ryan Urlacher because he's got a damn sexy voice.
That's not even accurate, though. You can't just put ideas in their head.
Here's what Harley Mom's going to put on mine. I turn the speaker upside down and sit on it while Lurch gives his opening statement.
Okay, dude.
Wow.
That's
Because the reverberation from a manly voice vibrates.
oh my god,
You've
dude.
been watching too much Howard Stern.
Yeah, that's
you
actually
have.
that's true. That's where I got it from.
Did you really? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
oh, you got to watch.
Sorry I mentioned that.
Yeah, watch Private Parts if you haven't seen it. It's pretty funny.
That's awesome. So anyways, that is number one. So understand, lawabidingbiker.com/SOA07. You must comment directly on the website. It can't be anywhere else. And comment who you vote for and a brief description of why. And you have till December 22nd, midnight Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys, that is, and then we'll give you the other two things you need to do as we go away, as we go into the podcast here. And again, the $75 gift card from Amazon is what you are going to do this all for. Let's bump right into season 6, episode 13.
Do it.
Holy cow, dude.
Everybody's dead. I told you. They're all dead.
Yeah, dude.
Mayhem.
So let me start it out here by so it's a crazy show, and I want to get through this because I want to talk about some of our predictions for next season.
Okay.
So we're kind of going to rip through the content, but there are some very things that I think we should hit on. Of course, we start out the show. My best line for the show, which will be in the show notes right here, and then we'll talk about it.
Nero, say anything about last night? I think I might have overshared on a few things.
It's okay. He knew you were gay.
You know what?
Now, if you listen to
Worry.
that,
You didn't say anything. And he's not gonna either.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
you
So
notice
anyways,
he kind of whispered too. Just saying.
Shut up.
he's got reason to whisper because he's going to
Okay.
get killed. So anyways, that was the scene real quick.
Question.
Hang on. If you don't remember, just real quick, the scene
Put
was...
your hand down. Put your hand down.
Put your hand. The scene was Juice
Mr.
and
LD.
Gemma together, and Juice is worried because he spilled his guts to Nero the night before when he OD'd on pills over at Diosa, and told him that he had told Nero that he had killed Domini, and that it was under the orders of Jack. So go ahead.
He's a conflicted
Have you ever?
man.
He may be gay. Have you ever seen him with a woman?
Have I
And the
seen?
one chance Juice had to be with a woman, the one chance he OD'd himself.
Yeah, you're right. And then he got.
He sure as hell ain't Tig.
And, you know,
He
the
got
guy's
whiskey.
actu-
He got whiskey wiener.
yeah.
Oh yeah, big giant mess.
The
Yep.
guy's actually in pretty good shape, and he did decorate a lot and keep the clubhouse clean.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, you don't know. You don't know. So, anyways, what do you guys have to say? Anything about that?
Decorate a lot. This guy.
That is my. That's what I put for the best line. That was my favorite. There was a lot of good lines, but that was my
Juicy.
favorite line.
He's just conflicted, man. He's stuck in between two worlds.
He's a mess, man.
He has got some issues,
He is a poop show.
yes, which we are going to get into obviously as we go through this episode. So, what's next, LD?
The Sheriff Eli and the DA arrive at the ice cream shop, and that's when the DA has to talk to Jax alone. So Sheriff Eli didn't seem real happy about it, but he went outside, and Jax looked over at the boys, and they went upstairs. So the DA and Jax talked, and the DA wanted to know where Tara was, which Jax was surprised at because up until this point, he thought she had already ratted.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Says Tara had a meeting with her and didn't show, and the DA gets deep with Jax about he and Tara's love for each other, and then betrayal is a very intense feeling.
And I think basically my understanding of everything is all she was doing is she didn't really care about anything criminal at that point. Basically, she's pleading to Jack not to kill Tara, right? That's
Right. I think so.
That's a complete way I understood it. You what say you, Lurch? You have a different.
I said,
Yeah, I know, and that means I don't really agree.
that
Or
might
if he
mean-
didn't think about it.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was my take on it. Is that all she cared about is Jack's putting some stuff. You need to be the man, basically. Is that what a good man would do? If
That was my overall feeling at the end of that conversation.
yeah, me too.
Man up.
Man up, basically.
Yeah, take care of your kids. Quit being a retard.
And she even said, if that happens, she didn't say specifically, it's going to destroy you and everything else you love. So, yeah.
Touching moment.
Yep.
We saw a little glimmer in Jax's eyes. Maybe he's not such a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe he is.
You're in left field.
Whatever, dude. Yeah,
They're escorts.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you're still in that cloud in his little...
Escort him from the living room to the bedroom.
Yeah, in your little cloud.
Whatever happens between two consenting adults is what happens.
Yeah, it's the money exchange I have a problem with.
Oh, forgot about that part.
Correct.
The Diosa is not a nonprofit.
Right. Very good call, LD. All right. Yeah, so basically, yeah, like I say, she doesn't want Jax to kill Tara, and she's just trying to do that. So, look at there.
Oh, number 2, I see it.
Part 2 of our giveaway. Again, the first part is you got to comment directly on the website. And number 2, what do they got to do?
They have to follow us on Twitter so they can see your tweets.
Yep, and how do they do that?
They go to, are you ready? www.lawabidingbiker.com/Twitter.
That is correct. That will take you straight to our Twitter page, and you can like. And again,
I think it's called a feed.
Almost as good as my
It's not a feed.
Sons of Anarchy intro.
Twitter feed.
Did you hear that? That was solid.
Yeah.
No, not
It
really.
was solid.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
That was beautiful.
That was a good voice. Not
Piss poor.
not as good as my voice because I'm probably going to win. But
Okay, Beavis.
so yeah, lawabidingbiker.com.
Okay, hang on here. We need to put
/Twitter.
a little wager on this deal.
Well, we're going to do a wager, but
I got 20. I'll throw 20 in.
I'll throw 20.
I'll throw 30.
Oh, why you got to one-up us? How about we go meet in the middle at 25?
Done.
25 done.
Is Chewy in on this?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in.
he's a prospect. Of course he's in. Boom.
We all said at the same time, of course he is. He's a prospect.
Didn't have much say.
Of course he's a prospect with our club, the Sworn Few.
I will gladly
LEMC.
give back half of my winnings.
I'll put it in the pot so we can all have a party. I don't care.
LD, vote for me.
Yes. So
He'll
anyways,
keep all his money.
let's move on. So that's number 2. You got to number 1's comment on the site. Number 2, you got to follow us on Twitter.
On that Twitter
and,
thing.
Yep. And I will be checking this, guys. It's easy to see who's following. You got to meet all 3. So make sure you do all 3. Okay. And to have a chance at that $75 Amazon gift certificate, why don't you pick it up from there? Lurch, if you can. Samcro has a meeting at the table.
And the table must have been cleaned. It looks like it's brand new again. All the creosote's off of it.
Axed.
Yeah. You got to love TV.
Oh, so they have a meeting, and Jax is having a problem with what to do with Tara.
Right, and he tells them right that they're supposed
Yeah.
to meet. She finds out she was supposed to meet with D.A. Patterson.
He
right?
lays it out, lets the club know, but he's having a problem. He says that if that's what they need to do, that's what they need to do. You know, he's having a real hard time with doing what needs to be done in an OMG's club. You know, if somebody's going to rat.
First he says we need to try and convince her. And somebody
There
says,
you
what
go.
if that doesn't work? And he says, then we do what we need to do.
Yeah,
Right. So basically,
Which we all know what that means.
they're all talking. You know,
Well.
hey, she's out there. She's on the ledge. She's trying to decide which way to go. And basically their bottom line is they need to convince Tara not to rat. And if they can't, that's somebody asks. And if we can't, Jack says, quote, air quotes, then we do what we need to do.
What we need to do.
And at that point, you know, I think he's thinking in his mind that that's the way it's going to go. But I think there's some changes in his heart
Yeah, I do.
between the DA and some other things that go on in this episode that makes him at the very end, when he meets her at the park, which we'll talk about later, decide not to kill her and go a different route. Because at this point, we do what we need to do. He's basically telling the club, we're going to kill her.
Yeah.
But
Whacker.
yeah, the DA, of course,
He
this
seems
isn't in
conflicted
chronological
still, though.
order, everything. So, you know, understand he talks to the DA and stuff. Yeah, I kind of try to keep it grouped now. It makes it a little bit easier.
All right, I'm following you.
So he talks to the DA after that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following it.
And so he starts having some heart changes based on
You changed up your flow of your work notes a little bit.
I did.
And I'm not that smart of a guy. You threw me for a little bit of a loop.
I know, dude.
But my intro was awesome.
Don't vote for him.
Do not.
Can't
Do
keep
not.
the show notes straight.
And all of a sudden, they get called out of the meeting, and Marcus Alvarez, who is the president of the Mayans Motorcycle Clubs, arrives and needs to see Jax. And you guys remember this scene walking down the sidewalk talking?
Yep.
It's kind of tense.
Yep. The two of them go walking together, and then they both pick a second to follow along. A little security.
Right?
You remember what they talked about? Basically, Alvarez is concerned about giving the gun trade to August Marks, of course, because that puts the blacks in power in the Oakland area and O-Town, and that's what they're kind of fighting over right now. And there was some interesting stuff. I apologize. We had to pause there for a second. We had a little interruption with
a half-naked prospect.
A half-naked prospect walked in the studio.
What the hell? Somebody put him up to that.
That would be, just comes busting in the studio, dude. Pretty much 99% naked. And
nothing but his chonies.
So anyways,
which will be on Amazon.com.
Banana hammock.
Yeah.
Which will be on Amazon.com.
I don't think he's got much of a banana to fill those, but
That is accurate.
anyways,
You would know.
when you take steroids.
Boom.
All right, we were talking about
Do it.
Marcus Alvarez walking down the sidewalk, and he's really mad again. August Marks, the blacks are going to be in power in O-Town. What say you, LD?
Jax tells him it's the only thing he could do that Marks is insulated, protected, and has a large network. He says he has
And he knows.
Talks about all the
judges,
people, yeah.
cops, politicians all in his back pocket.
Yep.
Is what he talks about.
Yep, exactly. And he's very insulated. He has a large network, and it was larger than basically Alvarez's network. And that basically the
That's all the
Kings,
movie had to do.
the Kings weren't going to deal directly with Alvarez.
No.
They need somebody, a major dealer like Samcro, and August Marks was the only guy that they had in their pocket to do
Right.
that. What's next?
So then he drops the bomb on Jax.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells him that Alvarez needs guns, and Jax says, we'll get them to him. And Alvarez wants Nero there and because he trusts his judgment. And Jax is kind of wondering about Nero, I think, at this point.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
Now you got Nero in the middle between
Yep.
these two. Whose side's he going to choose?
Right.
Brown or white?
And then the Mayans say they're setting up a chapter in Stockton. It'll be live within 2 weeks, and Jax is not happy.
No. Why is this the first I've heard of it?
Yep.
Right. Well, and at the beginning, he said...
What did he say?
Alvarez said something like, well,
why
this
is
is the
this
first
a-
I've heard of the guns.
You didn't need to know. What did he say? He said something
Something
smart
like that,
aleck
yeah.
to him. And so when
Jack says, why is this first I heard of this?
Yeah, he
You
turned it
didn't need
right
to know.
around on him.
Yep.
I didn't think you needed to know or something. Whatever he said, he turned it around. That was pretty funny.
He said, basically, from my recollection is, why is this the first I've heard about this? And Jack said, well, you knew it was coming.
That's what it
You-
was.
you know,
you knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming.
And so he turned around and said, well, you knew it was coming.
Right.
Yep, that was pretty good.
Good. Good memory there, P.
Thank you very much. I did pull that one right out of my arse.
Right out of your sack.
Right out of
That's
my
where
arse.
the $75 gift certificate's at.
That is correct. I think people will still take it.
Might be a little sweaty when you get it.
It might. We'll
Might
clean it
smell
up.
like Fremunda.
So what's next
Cheese.
there, Lurch? You want to pick it up from there? Juice and Bobby set up to watch Tara's new attorney and see him leaving the courthouse, and they follow him.
Yeah, they follow the attorney to a park in Lodi.
Lodi.
She's stuck in Lodi again.
Is that a song?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously?
Uh-huh.
Where
Who
do you
sings
even come
that?
up with that?
Huh?
You're
Where do you
full
even come
of
up
it.
with this stuff?
Listen, I know these things.
Okay, sure. Moving on.
Moving on. So Tara's there with the boys in the park and meet up with the attorney, and she takes a look at the plea agreement.
And he basically says you got to give the bullet and testimony, and that allows them to proceed with RICO,
Yep.
which is what, LD, for the listening audience?
Racketeering Influence Corrupt Organization. Not that I've ever worked on one of those, but
Me neither.
I may have
Yeah,
one
I
going
have.
now.
Actually, I have.
I'm just a simple street cop. I'm just a simple servant.
They're
I don't know these
quite
things.
interesting cases. Okay.
Yes.
You have, Matt, back in the day. They were doing some RICO
Yeah,
stuff.
I did.
When we were doing, yeah.
Right.
So
but
you-
I wasn't the main investigator. I was
Well,
just
no,
one of the
no.
worker bees.
Still very involved with all
Yes.
that goes along with
Yes.
that. So Tara understands she would have to testify in court if it goes to trial. Tells the attorney where she is staying and for the basically the hotel and for DA Patterson to pick her up there. She asked the attorney at that point, "Hey, leave us alone. I want to be alone with my boys in the park." And Jack shows up.
Well, first they call Jax and say, hey, she's here at this park.
Right.
And Jax says...
Well, Rat goes
Abel
to the ice
loves
cream
it.
shop.
Well, Jax
Yeah.
says Abel loves that place. It's with the...
the
the geese or whatever.
see?
And he goes, we need to get there. And he says, don't let her leave. Don't let her leave.
Yep. Very, very good. You know what? We're going to have to back up to that, but that's okay.
You got a note. You got something to play.
I do. And let's play that little clip from the park. And I did clean it up a little bit because it was acting and there was a lot of crying in between and a lot of dead spots. So I just clipped it a little bit.
Just
so,
the facts.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. That is correct. Way to put it. Here we go. The meeting in the park. It was pretty intense. And I must say, actually, I'll hold my comments till
Reserve
after.
your
I'll
comment,
reserve my comments. Here we go.
Sir.
What are you gonna do?
I just need to talk to you. I know you think you need to do this, but I can't let you. You know that.
Please don't hurt me in front of the kids.
That's not what I want.
But that's all there is. There is no other ending. I have sacrificed everything for you. I have tried to see what you see, how you see it, but I can't. All I see are the lies and the violence and how it's changed you. Turned you into a monster. I'll die if I have to. At least I know I tried to save them from becoming what you are.
I never forced my life on you. You came back to me. You're part of what I am, Tara. You always have been.
That was my mistake. Thinking our love, our bond, was stronger than the pull of your history, but it's not. You were gonna pull them out of this, remember? You were gonna break the cycle. I know the turmoil you live with, Jax. I feel the pain you wake up with every day. And now you condemn your sons to that same torture. They will suffer with this. You let me say goodbye to them before you take me.
I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt them. You don't have to run. Not anymore.
What am I supposed to do?
Just be a good mother. Save our boys. Please.
Okay, guys. Oh man, yep.
Me.
Matt wants to talk first. He's got his hand up like a little first grader. Go ahead.
I know the pain he wakes up with every morning. It's called morning wood.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
Oh, and she tore his heartstrings there with the.
I didn't know you still got that at your age.
I'm trying to say. It's a little
Boom.
It's a little
Okay.
little blue pill.
That right there is what's called clipping, LD. That's what I'm talking about. That was a red light on the mixer.
Well deserved.
That was clipping. Okay. Yeah, just boom. Back here.
Yes, it's called a little blue pill. But she was tugging at his heartstrings there. I'm trying to save them from becoming what you were trying to not become. I mean, that was good.
I will say that looking at acting, and I'm no actor, okay? I don't claim to be.
Yeah.
If you watch that scene, dude, because I watched it again today
gets
because I had
into
to pull the audio. She freaking did. She had me. She was so fearful. I mean,
She was shaking and trembling.
dude.
The best
and
part-
the crying. Yeah,
she
go ahead.
knew ahead of time that this was her. I think she knew this. Well, obviously she knew ahead of time that this is her last hurrah. And I think she channeled that, that sadness,
That
into
inner
it.
fire.
She did. Did
Well,
you guys pick up the same thing? I
the
mean,
very-
that was
the
an
very-
awesome
Yeah, I
moment.
believed her.
Some of the best acting she's done on this entire show was when Abel ran past her and said, "Daddy."
Oh yeah,
And you can't portray that in the podcast, the look on her face, but
No.
she stood up and turned around, and I thought,
Like,
oh,
I'm dead.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the breathing, the fear.
Yeah,
I mean,
she was truly,
Did a
she
great
looked
job.
like a truly scared person.
wonder how many takes they had to do on that scene.
Right.
It still depends on what kind of light she's in, whether she's hot or not, but that was good.
That was a hot scene. She looked hot in that
She
scene.
looked better in the after deal.
You just want to get her on the rebound.
She is available.
What's up, Tara? We're going to talk about where we think the show's going
We are.
next year, but I think that was a little
We're going to
sneak
talk
there.
about this year, but we're going to talk about where it's going next
year. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait. I'll reserve my comment.
That's good.
Okay.
Because
Continue on.
So anyways, I think that was probably the best acting I've seen
Yeah, she did
in
a
the
good job.
entire man. She just nailed that scene. Jax did a good job, but that was mostly her part of the scene. So anyways, why don't we go from there? talking about that. Obviously Jax doesn't want to hurt him at this point, and that's what I'm saying. I think he changed his mind, and I think the DA had something to do with that. I'm just going to say good old DA Patterson.
She
no
did.
matter how much I kind of
I told you
despise
she
her,
wasn't that bad. I told you
she's still bad.
3 SOA episodes ago she ain't that bad.
She needs to put her wig back on. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
No,
lie to you.
I like
She needs to
I
quit
like the
going
ghetto
sister.
DA.
Yep, she needs her wig on.
Time to go, sister, or whatever.
Yeah.
I like it. Al natural.
So at this point, Jax isn't going to hurt her, and then they go back to the motel with Tara, and who shows up? LD, none other
The DA
Dave
comes
Patterson.
to pick up Tara.
and Sheriff Eli.
And they walk in the door. She looks left.
Oh.
And boom. There's Jack sitting in
Bam.
the chair.
Here's how you do it. Boom. But see how I backed up like a foot, so I didn't
That's
clip.
stupid. Doesn't have the same effect.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So anyway,
It doesn't clip that way
Boom.
on the
I don't like that.
microphone.
Do it.
I'm
So
sure our
then-
listeners love it when it clips.
Do it.
oh yeah, it's good for him.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Go ahead.
So they asked DA Patterson. They asked Sheriff Eli to step out, and they talked to DA Patterson.
Yeah, and basically, what did Jack say at that point? I mean, this is a huge scene. I don't need to write notes for you on this one.
Sets
No.
up a new deal.
Yep.
And
Says
what is that deal?
He will turn himself in for distributing the guns. They're distributing the gun that the kid used to kill the 4
You
kids.
get the devil that gives the kid the gun.
Ooh.
Ooh, boom, devil.
Here's the air quote. You get the real devil responsible for the death of 4 kids, and an innocent woman is set free.
And
that was my
Tara's-
Jack's voice.
Tara's
Sorry.
attorney's already working
Not
on the
bad.
paperwork.
It's better than your Irish accent.
True. Go ahead, LD.
Sorry, my brother.
Yeah, you guys interrupted me. Sorry. Thank you.
It's all you. Go
Vote
ahead.
for LD on the opening. Vote for
Just
LD.
would you quit?
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
hurry up. Go. Do it. Do it.
I got a
Do
little
it.
sidetracked.
Do it. Do it.
So Jax wants to spend time with the kids, and they'll meet the DA at his house at 6 p.m., and Tara's attorney's working on the paperwork.
Yep. So basically, Tara gets out of all charges. He takes the heat for the gun that Matthew Jennings, the boy that shot the school up, Darby's kid.
Disturbed little child.
Yep, disturbed. And all is good, and he'll meet her. He just wants some time with the kids. Pick it up from there. Lurch.
He goes back to the boys at the table again. The table that
Church.
survived.
We call that church meeting.
church.
Yep.
Well, they call it church.
We don't call it church.
Yes, let's be specific.
Yeah,
they
we
call
don't.
it church. We call it a garage meeting.
Yeah, organized motorcycle gangs
Yeah.
call it church.
Yeah, it's their religion, not ours.
Not ours. Mine's Christianity, but go ahead.
Yep, me too. But he
Me
goes,
three.
Excellent. He goes back to the boys at the table, and again, the table's not even damaged. I mean, this thing survived an explosion. It's ridiculous.
Well,
but he does.
It's a strong table.
It survived Sheriff Eli.
Yeah, but he is honest with everybody. He tells Tara what, or he tells them what Tara did, but he says he's not going to let it land on the club, and he's going to take responsibility for it. So he tells them what's happening. That he's going to get charged with possession of the KG9s and the conspiracy.
He'll be charged with possession and conspiracy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I like the way you said it better, but
I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he also says with his parole violations,
Yeah,
prior
Bobby
convictions.
yeah.
Was that Bobby said that?
Bobby's a little concerned, yeah.
Yeah, that he's going to get shafted. He says, yeah, I'll likely do 25 years parole and 10, maybe be out in 7 for good behavior.
Right. So 25 years parole, maybe in 10, 7 if he's lucky.
How about the next thing that happened?
Oh, what's that?
Jax makes his decision on who his successor is going to be.
Yes, dude.
Back to a first 9 member. He gives it back to Bobby.
The last
And-
first 9 member.
You know why?
And
Because Bobby is just a
Bobby
simple
is-
kind of
yeah.
man.
he's got fringe around the edges of his cut.
And it looks awesome.
Yeah, he's-
It does not look awesome.
No, it
and I
looks
wish
awesome.
Bobby would remove the fringes because they're ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You're out of order.
All
You're
right.
nervous.
But did Chibs actually, at first, Chibs looked a little pissed. Like,
I
what?
thought
I'm
so.
Did you? He's like, what? Well, I'm the successor. What's going on? But Jax cleared it up by saying, this is what the club needs. You as the head, and him, meaning Chips, as your right-hand man. So
I think Bobby's kind of always been the level-headed one. And
Correct.
I thought he was leaving, but when he was out recruiting the other 4 guys
Uh-huh.
to come back, I think that scored major points with Jax.
probably.
Agreed.
And Chibs apparently served him well as a VP, and he felt he would serve Bobby well as a VP.
What direction, if you guys recall, what direction does he give Bobby and them on how to run the club while he's in prison? Focus on legitimate business,
Yep.
such as Cara, and Samcro will be just fine if they focus, stay out of guns. Legitimate business is what they call it.
Well,
they're hookers.
Opinion. Yeah, their opinion.
To Matt, they're
it's legitimate
escorts.
because they're escorts,
Right.
and you're only paying for.
At least they're not killing people.
Anything else that happens is between 2 consenting adults. You're paying for the time.
And at least they're not killing each other, right?
I guess.
Well, I mean, they're not guns and school shootings. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it's
as a show.
It's what people might call a victimless crime, although it's not.
Right, correct.
Call.
It's less damaging likely than KG9s. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just guessing.
I'd say you're accurate.
Yeah. And then he says, I'm wrong about juice.
What's that?
He says then he tells me he's wrong about juice.
Oh yeah. Well, but Bobby already knows.
Tells Bobby that.
Bobby knew.
And but Bobby goes, "I'll fill you into Happy," right?
Yep.
Happy.
No, he tells Chibs to fill in Bobby.
Chibs to fill in Bobby.
Sorry, you're right. It was Chibs. Yep. Chibs was like, "What did he?"
Bobby's like, "What?"
Right. And I'll fill you in. Fill him in. Okay, cool.
Because Chibs has been close with Juice over the years, and he was really hurt by his betrayal.
And Chibs has never betrayed anybody.
Chibs found him when he stole the dope back in season 5 or whatever.
Well, he found him trying to hang after he tried to hang himself, and he beat the crap out of him last time when he had his issue.
And Chibs
this is like his third strike, pretty much. I
think so.
Inability to be loyal.
Well, if it wasn't his third strike, he directly got his third strike.
Yes.
True that. And Chibs has always been loyal to everybody. He's like the only guy that's never lied. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
Like Jax has lied to people. Everybody's lied. Chibs is just a club member. Doesn't lie. He's just straight up. And that's because Chibs is
Irish accent.
Because he's legitimately Irish.
One other
and he
thing,
doesn't put up with that kind of crap.
Right. One other thing that we didn't talk about earlier is when
he just poo-pooed your accent.
I know he did.
Yeah,
it. At least I let you.
I was
pretend.
going.
At least I pretend like it's fun.
I was on a roll, you jerk. Go ahead.
Anyway, we need to cover this.
Okay, go ahead.
So Jax is obviously having a little bit of a riff with
Nero.
Yeah, Nero.
A little bit of a riff,
and that all stems from when Juice told him that. We talked about this earlier, that Juice told him that he'd killed her based on Jax's orders. Darmony, based on Jax's orders. But the thing we didn't talk about at that point was Jax told him. Did we talk about Jax specifically told Nero, we didn't do it. She must have had a hot pop.
Well, yeah, we covered that last episode.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, we covered it earlier in this episode. That's what I was talking about earlier. No,
I think it was in the last one.
It was the last time we
that he told Nero?
Yeah, it was at the end of the last episode.
Correct.
Yeah. Because I listened to that.
We talked about it this episode, but it was
right.
Yes, you're right. And Nero knows that, and we're going to get to the junkyard scene here, which comes up, which was a very tense scene. Nero hit that hard, dude. It was really good how he did that.
And he's running through the barrio with his boys again.
Very good, LD, for remembering that. Appreciate you bringing that up.
No problem.
Way to sidetrack the conversation.
That's not part of your vote. It's only on your intro. It doesn't matter how good you think you are on the podcast. So Jax, Happy, and Chibs meet with Marx's guys at the junkyard, and we're getting into the scene, which LD just let us. It was a nice segue.
You got a clip for this?
It was a nice. Wasn't that a nice segue right into our next section?
Segue.
It was.
Segue
Vote
is. Segue is going to be the word for the podcast. Whoever says it the most is the winner. But you got to use it properly.
I was going to say we should use duality of man.
No,
what about
segue?
Because that's where poor Juice is stuck. He's stuck in that, the good and the bad.
The duality, you're right.
It's the duality of man.
But Juice, well...
Okay, we'll go segue.
I don't want to say anything more.
Okay, you got a clip for this part
Well,
here?
Here's the deal. So they meet in the junkyard. Jax, Happy, and Chibs meet with Marx's guys. Of course, August Marks is not there.
Because he's the big man now.
That is right. He's
Can't
the
be around
big
the street level.
That's right.
man. Yep, correct. He's got to insulate himself. So they meet a junkyard, and Marks doesn't show up. This is where a very tense scene where Jax and Nero meet, and he's sitting on his
The Mayans
car.
come too.
The Mayans are there
They
as
do.
well.
That is correct. The Mayans show up.
The Mayans,
they
the
show up
Niners,
later, though, because
the
they ride
Niners.
in, and you're going to hear in this scene where the Mayans arrive because their motorcycles come ripping in.
And he's on a sweet bagger with some apes on it.
Yes, he is, dude. You got to love that. So here is the scene where Jax calls, Nero calls Jax out. And I love this scene, dude. And Nero hit it. So here we go.
Doing okay?
Yeah. No word on Tara yet.
Yeah, I talked to Gemma. Sorry.
How long you know Mayans was setting up in Stockton?
About not yesterday. What, you think I'd keep that from you?
I don't know. You and Alvarez got family ties. Did time together?
Yeah. We know each other. But I don't keep secrets from friends.
What does that mean?
You believe in karma, Mano? You know something greater that's moving all the pieces around?
Not today.
I do. I know it. Shit, I feel it every time I see my boy. You ever think maybe all of these bad things that are happening to the mother of your children, just maybe that's because of some heinous thing that you did to another child's mother?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Please don't lie to me twice, Jax. I know what happened to Darwin. I know what you had used to.
What did you do?
Killed an innocent woman. And then you looked at me in the eye. And you lied to me about it. You embraced me and called me brother. Think shit like that just gets buried? Just goes away? It don't, mano. It comes back. When it does, it makes you pay.
Oh my gosh, dude! I can listen to that scene over and over.
Scene.
Nero did a great job.
Dude,
I have a,
don't lie to me twice, bro. That was like,
yeah,
oh my god,
I
dude.
got you. There's something in there that
Mono?
yeah, exactly. He says that a lot, and I don't know if everybody understands what he's saying.
Go ahead.
It's an abbreviation of hermano or brother.
Hermano, right?
So he's saying mono.
Hermano. That's my gringo accent. I do speak some Spanish because my wife is.
Can you roll the R? Hermano.
Hermano.
Pretty close.
Hermano.
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 Oh, no, you say hair? I say the H is a little bit more silent. Hermano.
Yeah.
Hermano.
Regardless, I think I said it right, but regardless. Mono, he's
anybody who really speaks Spanish out there is laughing. We got gringo accents. So we're not going to lie.
It's better than an Irish accent.
But
it's
I'm not sure about that.
It's like the difference. I would say it's like the difference between brother and bro.
Right.
I could be wrong, but that's my opinion.
That's not accurate.
Well, good opinion. Move on,
bro.
So let's talk about that scene, bro. Mono.
Hey, Mono.
Yeah, dude, that was an intense scene.
Yeah.
And basically, to me, that was the official splitting of Jax and Nero. I don't think that they will, in season 7, which we'll get to, be doing any business together. That was basically like, in your face, I know what you did. Don't lie to me twice. And he hooks up with the Mayans later. So
yeah, I'll get to my opinion.
Okay, good. I like it. He's got the twinkle in your eye.
Old Sutter likes to make you think one way and jack you back the other.
I know.
Anyways.
So yeah, basically calls Jax out and killed the innocent woman, which was Darbany, and the mother of the kid that shot up the school. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on. They all talk about how things will stay the same in Oakland after this. Of course, this is the Mayans. This is Samcro and Nero there. And August Marks' guys. Of course, August Marks is not there. Nothing's going to change. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to change or stay the same in O-Town. The Mayans agree they will buy the guns from Marks and his crew. They want to see him. And
show me the guns.
Now, at this time, Jax and his crew leave. Okay? And so they're gone.
They're gone.
So now it's just the Mayans and August Marks' guys.
Niners.
And the Niners. Okay, very good. Easy way to put it, the Niners. The Niners and the Mayans. And so Alvarez looks at the guns. They open them. He likes them and says, yeah, tells one of his boys, hey, give him the money. What happens then, boys?
Was it a bag? It was a bag of something. And it was hard for me to tell if it was brown sugar.
No, it was rice.
Was it rice?
I think it was a bag of rice.
Something brown, yeah. When things fell on the ground, it was obvious it was like Hispanic Mexican food.
What happens next?
On the ground. I mean, which I think was a sign, like, hey, because obviously they're going to find the dead bodies, and here's all this frijoles and arroz con pollo.
Arroz con pollo?
Yeah.
Arroz y frijoles.
Arroz y frijoles.
Frijoles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they look at the guns. What happens? All hell breaks loose.
Well, it wasn't really Irish. It was more.
It wasn't, but that's just what I'm going to play.
They whacked the Niners.
Yeah.
Whacked them.
They shot all the Niners.
Yep, straight up shot the Niners. It was quite a scene. Pop, pop, pop. And, yeah, where do we go
Nero was like, what
Dude,
the
he
hell are
did.
you guys
Yeah,
doing?
because obviously he didn't know.
No, I had no clue.
He was not terribly cool with it at that point.
He was not expecting that at all and realizes, I think, that he's in really deep now.
Yes, he is.
That he's in with the Mayans, and this falls on him along with Alvarez. Regardless of what people think, they're going to know he was in on it because he stayed there. And he leaves.
Alvarez apologizes. Sorry, bro. Had to be done. Sorry I couldn't tell you ahead of time.
Basically, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mano.
Yep, sorry, Mano. Yeah, so what else? Anything else about that scene, or we want to move on?
I think we move on.
All right, Nero and Gemma meet in some tense moments, of course, and they're breaking up. Nero wants Gemma to just leave charming, stalking, etc. with him. They want to run away.
It was not an eclipse of the heart.
I think that's the first time.
It was not. Unfortunately, it was not an eclipse.
Oh, hang on. Here we go.
Look in your eyes.
There wasn't a look in his eye, and her eyes were not bright.
No.
Oh, she was falling apart.
I don't think she's ever been dumped. Did you get that impression?
I need you now tonight.
See how he backs up from the microphone?
I need you more
than ever. That's a professional podcaster singer right there. Not going to lie to you.
Wow.
I blanking need you more tonight.
Okay, that was a ridiculous thing that we just did and got off track, but that was fun. And you got to hear Lurch sing. That does not count towards his voice.
Do not count that.
Do not count that.
This podcast is rated LAMSV.
So
is intended for mature audiences only.
Please cut him. Please cut him.
Viewer
Cut the mic.
discretion
Cut the mic.
No doubt. So anyways, guys, we are cruising right along, and so they get in their little tiff. Gemma cannot go away with him. Nero dumps Gemma. She goes, "Are you dumping me?"
That girl ain't used to being dumped.
I don't think she's ever been dumped. She's killed a couple of her.
And she might kill Nero.
Even
next
Nero
season.
said, it ain't good being with you, man.
Yep, that is
Definitely.
accurate.
So Wayne and finds Gemma at her house. Basically, Wayne, of course, being Wayne, opens his big fat mouth. He doesn't have all the information. Tells Gemma that Jax is being arrested and that he guesses Tara made a deal. And I knew that was not going to go good when I saw this. I was like, oh no, because that is
He's
not
spinning her up.
Frickin'
Cancer.
Frickin' Cancer Wayne.
I'm going to call him Uncle Vagititis from now on.
Yep, Cancer Wayne. Poor Cancer Wayne. That sucks, dude. And Gemma tries to leave. She's drunk. She's smoking a pinner. She's smoking.
We don't have time, or we would play that one.
I know.
We played it on another podcast, dude. Smoking a pinner. Yeah, so she tricks Unser that she's lightheaded. Go to my bathroom, get some meds. Blah, blah, blah. Gemma sneaks out and leaves in his truck. So anyway, she takes off, and Wayne goes to the ice cream shop and tells Jax, "Hey, Gemma is missing in action. Took my truck." Oh yeah, dude, this is a good scene. And so Jax is saying goodbye to his boys, right? All the clubs there. He's got them on his lap.
Going to turn himself in.
Yep, he's got to turn himself in. Him and Juice walk outside. Who's got this?
Go for it. LD.
Remember that? Juice and Jax goes outside, and Juice says, "I'm going to miss you."
Yep. And Jax
puts an arm
says,
around him. Oh,
"You betrayed me."
Here we go. I got the official clip,
and
dude.
walks away.
Here we go.
You betrayed me, brother.
1, 2, 3.
We miss you, brother.
Pulls him in tight.
You betrayed me.
Oh, dude, that is the devil's. You betrayed me. Straight up, dude.
Yeah, that's not going away.
No, it is not, dude. Yeah, so that was a tense little scene, but Juice leaves after that, and we'll find out here where he goes from there. But he knows he's done in that club, and he's probably going to die eventually. So who wants to go from there?
Well, Sheriff Eli takes Tara to her house because she wanted to pick up some stuff before they go into Witsec. Or
no,
she's not going to Witsec. She's staying at the house because nobody's going to hurt her now.
He's taking her home, and he's going to wait there for DA to pick up Jax.
I thought they were leaving.
No.
Retarded?
She gets no
charge.
charges.
If I am, I'll admit it.
Apparently you are.
Oh.
Okay, hang on.
Well,
no, he's taking her home. That's her home now.
I don't know. I thought they were. I thought they were stopping to get some stuff. I don't think she's staying.
No, she's staying. That's what Jax. That was the deal. She got to stay there with the kids.
Okay.
And they're taking Jax away.
Right. He's waiting there for the DA to take Jax when he gets there. That's why he's waiting outside.
Let me clear this up.
I totally missed
for the audience. Jax has agreed that Tara gets no charges.
Oh, my bad.
And he will Jax will turn himself in. He will get conspiracy and all that. And Tara is safe, and the club will not hurt her. And he will show up at the house at 6, and so that is why she is home.
Jax's actual comment was, anything Tara needs, you take care of her. You get her.
Correct.
I screwed the pooch there. Please don't let that hurt my votes for the intro.
Oh, God, dude. Here.
Well, let's get to the good stuff.
Hang on. Here's for Matt right here.
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.
Let's get into the good stuff.
All right. Well, now that you know what's going on, let's move on. So they're at the house, and
Wayne's truck sitting outside. We all know.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
They don't know.
And I'll stick to this, and I know from watching Anarchy afterwards, which will be in the show notes, guys. There's a direct link to it. It's an FX network that does
worth watching.
It is worth watching. It's Sons or Anarchy afterwards, and Gemma's there. Katie Seagal, Kurt Sutter, and they're married, of course, in real life. And then Maggie Siff, who plays Tara.
It actually followed this.
It did. They're all three there, and I have all of it in the show notes, all of their information, and I have the actual Anarchy afterwards episode, and they're all there, and it is funny listening to that. Now it puts it together for me because Gemma went to the house just because she's drunk. She had no information whatsoever that Tara was going to show up there. She didn't. And they say that on the Anarchy afterwards.
She thinks Tara's in Whitsec.
Right. Yeah. She just went to the house because
kind of like
she's drunk and stupid.
Just a drunk, stupid. Probably wanted to see the pictures of the kids.
Exactly.
At this point, she thought she's lost her kids. She's probably going over there just, like a woman emotional wants to
lay on their bed or something.
Yeah, smell the clothes or be there or feel sad and poo-poo herself.
Yep.
And so she's there.
So somebody pick it up from there. So
well, we know as viewers that she's there because we saw the truck outside.
Correct.
And the both Eli and Tara see the truck and don't think much of it, other than Wayne must be here.
Well, no, Uncle Wayne must be helping Jax with something. He's not here. Is that what they said? Because they go inside and yell Wayne a couple times.
They were not concerned about it at all.
No,
correct. And so Gemma comes. Of course, Tara walks in the house,
calling for Wayne.
Yep, it's Wayne. Where are you? Where are you, Wayne? And Gemma comes out.
The devil.
Yep, and the look on their face, dude. And Tara knew.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
My time has ended here on this earth. And stabs her with, what's that thing?
Wait,
it's a meat fork.
Hits her with the iron.
That was and they talk about it on Anarchy afterwards, but it was a gruesome scene.
Yeah. He cranks, she grabs a pot or a skillet,
iron.
Cranks her.
It's iron.
It's an iron skillet. Oh, no, you're right.
The white iron.
It was a clothes iron off of the iron deal. And
ironing board.
And blast her with that.
And then sticks her head in the sink.
And starts drowning her in the sink, which is bad enough. And then all of a sudden she grabs the fork, which if you have a traditional turkey carving set, which is interesting that this is around this time of the year, you have a knife for carving and you got a fork like that.
It's a carving
fork. It's it's a two-pronged fork.
That's exactly what they call it on Anarchy afterwards. And the funny thing is, real quick, the dirty dishwasher, if you look at the very beginning of the episode, Gemma was doing dishes.
She was loading it.
And she was loading the show. Yeah. And Kurt Sutter does that. He loaded it with the dirty dishwasher, and that was the dirty dishwasher left over.
That they come back to.
Dirty dishwater. Sorry.
Dishwater.
Dishwater left in the sink that she drowns her in. Stabs the crap out of her.
Brutal. In the head.
Brutal. Back of the head, base of the head, just cranking.
Yeah, probably one of the most gruesome TV show scenes I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was very...
It actually made me kind of pop back.
You could hear the cartilage, and I mean, they did some great sound effects.
The fork got stuck. She jiggled it to pull it out.
To get it out. Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
My wife and I watched the episode together, and I looked over at her face during that scene, and she was a complete horror. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, they really Kurt Sutter stepped it up on that one.
Nuts. What happened after that, though?
All right, let's finish this thing up, and then we can get into our predictions because it's going to be a little bit long episode. We expected that,
bad.
And we still got to give the people the third thing they need to do to win this $75 gift certificate.
Juicy shows up and says,
loose. The juice is loose.
Is Gemma there or something? Says something about Gemma, and he's like, no. Well, she had Wayne's truck, and then they hear a struggle inside. They go running in, and he finds Gemma sitting on the floor crying, and Tara's dead body laying on the kitchen floor. And the sheriff, what did he say to her? I can't remember what he said. Said something to her like, he basically told her, She didn't turn rat.
Yeah.
Jax
you
has
didn't
turned,
need to do
right.
this.
Yeah,
Jax
has
turned himself in.
in.
She did not rat.
Right. And then he picks up his radio, keys the mic. I don't even think he got a word out, and pop. In
Juice.
the chest from Juicy.
And see, that's where I'm saying now we'll start getting into a little bit of stuff, predictions and stuff. But yeah, Juice, I think, knows he has nothing left. And the only thing he has left is his loyalty to Clay, who's dead. And that's his loyalty to try to cover this up, which is what I think he's going to try to do next season, is Juice and Gemma are going to try to cover this entire thing up. Oh, before we get into predictions?
Well, when they walk in, Jax is laying on the ground crying. He dropped his gun conveniently as he walked in. He drops his gun and then gets down, picks up Tara, starts crying. So when everybody shows up, the DA and whatnot, he's laying there holding Tara. A gun's laying on the ground, and
but Tara's not dead with a gunshot.
Right,
Sheriff Eli
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
Right.
So they're going, what happened here?
But Juicy took the fork, the meat fork and everything, and threw it
And
away
the
in the
iron?
dumpster
The initial-
later. So there's no evidence of what killed Tara.
Right, but the initial thought is, you
Right.
assume the initial thought from the DA is Jax shot him.
Except he's crying, holding her body.
Well, right, but you can kill somebody
They're
and
still-
be remorseful
they still-
immediately after.
Okay, that's
they-
ridiculous.
They still leave you with the impression that Jax had something to do with it. And my wife...
See, I don't think that
my
at
wife,
all.
Well, I did.
I can
and my
tell you
wife
about some
being married
cases
to a
I've had.
cop, my wife even saw it. My wife being married to a cop for quite a long time says, once they do the analysis on the bullet, they'll find out that he did not shoot Eli.
That's right. Hopefully nobody steals the bullet like Tara. And
So my personal prediction.
So
on
here
that-
we go. Let's finish this and let's get into predictions. Let's just make sure we, DA walks into the crime
Such a
scene.
taskmaster.
This guy.
Sees Jax holding Tara. He's crying.
Yep.
He's got his body. He's not armed. And again, at first glance, if you didn't do anything, you would think, okay, maybe Jax did this. To finish up, Jax or Juice does take the iron. He does take the fork and the meat fork. He breaks it, throws it in two different dumpster, clothes, and everything. Gets rid of all the murder weapons except the gun. And here's another interesting, real quick point. The dumpster lady, dude.
Yes.
She's there.
Yes.
Shows up
I'm glad
again.
that's there because I told my wife, I said, there's that dumpster lady they've
See?
been talking about. I don't know. This is the first time I saw her.
I'm telling you, in season 7,
been in 2 or 3 other
we're going to find out who she
Well,
is.
she's
and
gonna
she
tie
is the
this thing
mother.
together.
No, she is the mother. I'm telling you, and somebody else agreed with me.
I think it was
Sister to the mother.
No, and some people on comments
Chewie.
agreed with me.
That's what it was. That she's the ghost of the mother.
No, she's not the ghost. She is the mother that's still
The mother's
alive.
dead.
Nope.
Her
That's what everybody
mother's
thinks.
dead.
You don't
That's
even know what
everybody
you're
thinks.
talking about.
No, the mother's dead.
Actually,
Mother's sister.
The collision, CHP did not do a good investigation, and she's actually alive.
Oh,
That's conspiracy
Sorry.
theorist.
Give yourself.
If you're CHP, yeah, I'm just teasing.
you yourself.
Yeah, you're probably doing fine. All right, so that is pretty much it, guys. And as far as that goes, let's get into real quick predictions and let's roll. We could predict the whole season.
You're the host. You start.
Okay, my prediction is number one is Jax. Number one is I have 2 predictions. I have a lot of predictions, but I'm only going to say 2 because I don't want this episode to go long. My first prediction is that Juice and Gemma will cover this up, and they will not find out that Gemma did this to Tara. Okay, Juice is going to be in deep with Gemma, and it's there. That's all Juice has left. Okay, if the club doesn't kill him. Okay, and he may die. I don't know, but I think he's kind of going to go into hiding, and he's got to because he's going to get killed by the club. If he doesn't, and I think he's going to be real tight with Gemma, and I don't know if Gemma's going to work some of her magic to get the club not to kill him, to say she's helping him. But those two are going to have a deep, deep secret about what's going on, and I think they're going to keep it held really, really close. My second prediction, and I'm very comfortable with this prediction, is now that I don't think Jax is going to be pinned for this murder at all. I don't care how it looks at first glance. There is no evidence of it, and they'll do the evidence, the bullet, all that, whatever, the DA will, and she talked to him, and they've kind of got a relationship. Jax will not get pinned for this murder. Number 2, Jax is not going to prison. Okay? There's no reason that he's going to prison now, because the only reason he was going to admit, and he has signed no papers, the only reason he was going to prison is to protect Tara from the murder charges of Lee Torik's sister. Okay? Now Tara's gone. He has nobody to protect. He's signed no papers. He will not do a day in prison. And so he's going to screw that deal with the DA. There's no reason for him to do the deal, no reason to admit it. Jax will be leading the club. He will take over as president of the club for season 7. That's what I have to say, and I have lots more to say, but I'm leaving it at that. Lurch, what say you?
I will not be as verbose as the host of this show.
Well, you better be. That's what the show is about.
I will say this.
You better say more than this.
Check this out. I agree that Jax will continue leading the group, only because that it was his goal and his journey to take this club in a legal direction. That will happen. By the end of season 7, Jax will get this club into legal business.
Is Jax going to live or die in season 7?
Jax will live, but here's who's going to die.
Because I'm going to play this crap back next year.
That's fine. Here's who's going to die. Gemma.
Sorry.
Was that my neck bubble? Whose was that? Was that you or me? That was you.
That was me. It was a neck bubble.
Wow, that was a beautiful neck bubble.
Apologize.
I think she's gonna bite it. Finally, all her lies and BS is gonna catch up to her. Yes, but it's not gonna be Jax that does it. You can't kill your own mom, but somebody's gonna have to do it. That's the thing that nobody thinks will happen. It's his mother. It won't happen, but she is so devious and she's so poisoned, and she's part of she's been part of Clay's lies and everybody else's lies, and she doesn't know right from wrong anymore, up from down. She's going to bite it by the end of season 7. And the club will go in a legitimate direction.
So give your 3 highlights, because I gave my 2 highlights. Kind of.
Jax stays the president.
Okay.
The club goes.
So you agree with me on that?
Yes. The club eventually goes in a legitimate direction, because that has been an issue since the beginning of this. Since he even learned about his dad and how his dad was trying to get the club into the right direction. They've been going that way.
I agree.
The whole time. So I think in the end, at a huge cost.
You think Kurt Sutter is going to let it end happy?
No.
Is what you're saying.
It's not, is it happy?
In Kurt Sutter's mind. Okay, happy is...
You got to kill your mom to get this thing done?
Yeah,
that's twisted.
The happy ending is that they get back into... The club's going fine, they're in legitimate business, and they can ride their motorcycles into the wild yonder.
To an extent.
I don't think Kurt's going to let it end. I think it's going to end violent.
Yes.
But with...
See, LD.
That's what you expect. See, here's what I've learned about Mr. Sutter.
You don't know Mr. Sutter.
He's not going to give you what you expect. He's going to expect her to be. You're going to expect her to be dead. I think
they're already all dead. You said it yourself.
They're mostly dead except for Jax. I think in the end, there's going to be a select few that are left standing. Gemma's not going to be one of them. The club's finally going to be in a legitimate trade.
Okay, I think we're going to have some argument and from LD.
Okay.
And before you do that, LD, real quick, I do have a video. If you guys aren't following Kurt Sutter on his, I have his YouTube channel. It's actually FX Networks, Sons of Anarchy, and it's called WTF, What the Beep?
What the frick?
Sutter, and he puts out video logs, and he put out a video log right before the season finale ended. There'll be a link to it in the show notes. Actually, it'll be embedded in the show notes. Watch the video. He gives some good insight, and he's a very interesting gentleman. What say you, LD?
I think that Juice had a personal vendetta with Eli because of the time that a couple seasons ago when Eli was pressuring Juice to turn into a rat. I think that killing of Eli was personal to him.
Yeah.
And not only just to protect Gemma.
Why would he make that personal?
I just said you weren't listening.
I know, because I was talking. Sorry.
When the couple seasons prior when he was trying to turn him into a rat.
Sorry, I had a sidebar.
And
I'll flip you.
Yeah, and when he said I know that you're half black, and I'm going to use that against you because the club only allows Caucasians in. I get it. I didn't know that.
Okay, I'm with you. Well, not anymore because they made an exception.
Right.
I'm with you.
So I think that that killing was a little bit personal, not only just to protect Gemma. I think that you still have a lot of outstanding issues with Nero, the Mayans, the Niners, the Chinese.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Irish.
It's going to be bloody.
It's going to be. Those 4 or 5 groups and Jax's club are all going to get wrapped up into some gun battles. Right. Now, Jax may be standing in the end.
Who's the show about? It's not about the Mayans.
Right.
It's
Silence.
It's not about Nero.
He may be standing in the end. I'm not going to discount that possibility, although he's not going to have anything left.
That's what I say. I agree.
Nero will die by episode 4 or 5. Gemma will either die or...
That is
wow.
That is a serious prediction. You're not even saying he'll die during the season. You say 4 or 5.
Are you sticking to that, dude?
Yes.
Okay.
Nero's dead?
Yes.
No, Mono can't die.
Hey,
Yep.
I
He's gonna die.
don't necessarily disagree. I say it's going to be at a huge cost to Jax.
And then something's going to happen to Gemma, whether she dies or prison. But
She'll never die. Gemma cannot. She'll
So
never die.
You're teetering. You say something will happen to her. You say
something will
that
happen to her.
nothing will. I say she's dead. I'm being definitive. She's
No,
dead.
she'll never die.
You say no. You say something will happen to her. Okay.
Something will
Okay.
happen to
Okay.
Gemma.
You don't get. You don't. That's kind of a. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Vote for LD.
Yeah, go ahead, LD. Way to back up off the mic that time. Thank
Anything
you.
else?
No, vote for me.
So sum up your predictions in a couple bullet points.
Yeah.
Okay, by episode 4 or 5, Nero will be dead.
Strong prediction.
Who's going to kill him?
I can't go that far.
You're a dork, dude. You say he's going to get killed, but you
It's
can't.
either going to be by Samcro or by the Mayans. Probably.
He could be hanging out with the Mayans and get killed by the Niners. Who knows?
Hey,
All right.
stray bullet. Who knows?
Yeah, stray bullet. Who knows? Let's see. What else?
Something happening?
Something's going to happen with this gun trade because it's turned into a
Well,
giant
we know
fiasco.
that. It's happened all season.
Yeah, but it hasn't come to a final point.
So
it's
what's
going
going
to
to
come to a
happen
final point.
with it?
There's only
Bullets.
two
Bullets here, bro.
There's only two
Yeah.
Irish guys
bullet
left,
points.
so they're going to be gone quick.
He's got a 30-round mag.
Yeah, I don't mess around. Spray and pray. Let's do it.
Sir, I'm just.
Volbeat.
I'm looking at you too.
Volbeat.
I'm sitting here in the room.
He's been saving this. You know how long he's been saving this? Oh, yeah. At least it's good tune. Volbeat.
Actually, I played it in multiple episodes before. They just
I've
haven't been
never heard
aired yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played it.
It's the first time I've
We've
heard it
got 3 in the
studio.
bucket. We've still got 3 or 4 in the bucket
I got
besides
2
this.
tears in the bucket.
So
you know what to do with that.
LD, bullet points real quick, bro. Seriously.
Okay, episode 4 or 5, Gemma's dead.
Yep.
Nero, or not, no.
Yep.
Nero's dead, sorry.
Okay.
Something will happen to Gemma, and I think Jax
Kinda vague.
will probably still be standing.
Yep.
I agree.
All right. I think that's, we could go on, guys, but we don't. This episode is already longer than we usually go, but of course, you have to expect that it was the season finale, and hopefully we've kept it interesting for you. And basically, if I were you guys, and I'm going to do the same thing, is next year, of course, we're going to keep our regular law-abiding biker podcast episodes coming at you hard.
You got to listen to those. Those are the ones we really have a good time, bust on each other, and talk
Yep.
about topics that are affecting the law-abiding biker community.
Exactly. It's all about bikers, the motorcycle majority, all of us that ride.
The MM.
I can't even tell you what I have on the hook. We're going too long. I got to
Yes,
tell you
yes,
guys afterwards, but I have got some great stuff, an interview with somebody. So just stay tuned. That's all I can tell you is these episodes are going to get better and better. And we've got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good content coming at you. What I would do and what I'm going to do next year, honestly, even though they're our own podcasts, I'm going to listen to them about August, September, October of 2014. I'm going to listen to them. And because we basically cover, we've got lawabidingbiker.com/SOA01 through SOA07. And we cover 2 episodes basically per pod. We cover 2 Sons of Anarchy episodes per podcast episodes.
Correct.
And so basically you listen to 7 episodes next year, August, September, October, come back to them. It'll catch you all up exactly what happened, where everything was at when we left off with season 6, and then it'll put you right into season 7, and we'll pick back up with our special episodes.
You won't be in first gear. You're going to be in drive.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
That was good.
That's what I
Do
got
not let that
for.
affect the voting.
This
And, of
podcast
course,
is rated LAMSV.
I will have my
It's
brothers
intended for adult audiences.
from another mother with me
Or mature audience.
Whatever.
in the studio next year. I'll have my brothers from another mother with me. We'll be cranking this stuff out. And season 7 will be the last season, folks. Have no doubts. Make no mistake about it. I don't care how much you want, how much you think, how much you believe. Understand season 7. Everything I've read, everything I've watched. There's no doubt that season 7.
My understanding is
will
there
be-
may be a possibility for a prequel about the first 9.
Well, that's different. That's a prequel.
Right, but it'd be an SOA season, another season.
Yeah,
They're
I
talking
guess
about
if you want to
prequel.
call
First
it
9,
that.
I'm looking forward to that. That'd be cool.
But there'll be no
riding
more
70s choppers, bell bottoms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. But basically, they will close up the Sons of Anarchy season.
Yes.
Not season, I should say series. And if they do a prequel, they do a prequel, but that will have nothing to do with basically all we know now will shut down. So anyways, we really appreciate you guys listening. Here's the last thing that you need to know
I've been
about.
waiting for this.
Oh, yes. And so in closing, there's 3 things you have to do if you want that $75 gift certificate. Remember, the deadline is December 22nd, 2013, Pacific Standard Time at midnight. You must have all 3 of these things done. We will be checking on it. And
Vote
basically,
for LD.
Yeah, and basically what we're going to do is all of us here at lawabidingbiker.com, we will go through all the comments that you make on the website, which was number 1. You have to comment on the website on this episode. lawabidingbiker.com/SOA07 takes you directly to it, directly to the show notes. And you must put a comment on who you vote for the intro by name, Ryan Erlacher, Lurch, Chewy, or LD. And you have to put why you're voting for him. A brief 1 or 2 sentence.
Deep,
keep it brief.
Silky, sexy voice.
That would be Ryan Erlacher, if that's what you want to vote for.
I don't think so.
But that is number 1. And of course, we talked about number 1. You must follow us on Twitter. And we will be checking to see if you're following us on Twitter.
The Tweetosphere.
Do you know the URL for that, Matt?
If
you can't figure this out,
lawabidingbiker.com/Twitter.
There you go. That is
without even looking at my notes.
What? Well, that's so hard to remember, right?
Are you proud of me, sir?
Yeah, I am.
Thank
actually.
you. Let's be honest.
You're getting these links down. See, I got these these short links for people.
Let's be honest.
It's all stuff.
/Twitter.
Yep. It's all stuff I do on the website to keep it simple for you guys. So /Twitter, you got to follow us.
Yep.
All right. And number 3, the third thing you have to do to get the $75 gift certificate.
Tell me.
Is you must follow our Facebook page.
Like us.
Let's see if LD can figure this one out.
Lurch likes this.
Go ahead. What's the URL to follow us on Facebook?
www.facebook.com/
Jeez Louise.
lawabidingbiker.com.
And actually that would work, but here's to keep it simple.
Boom.
I can't believe this, dude.
Is that not
Matt,
the Facebook URL?
Hey, Matt.
Tell me. Is not the Facebook URL?
Here's what I would say. www.lawabidingbiker.com/Facebook.
That'll get you there.
Thank
if
you
you want to go to the Facebook page Facebook.
Why work too hard?
Why give that URL?
Work
because nobody
smart.
remembers that.
Work smart, not hard.
And that's why I make these short URLs for our website. So, lawabidingbiker.com.
Don't let that affect your voting?
Yeah. lawabidingbiker.com/Twitter or /Facebook. You need to follow us on the Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. And of course, comment on the actual website. And you do all 3 of those things. Basically what we'll do after December 22nd, Pacific Standard Time at midnight, I will get the boys together and we will decide what the best comment is and what the best reason is. And we'll look at all the comments on the website and we'll check that you're following on Twitter, check that you're following on Facebook. And if you are, we will immediately the next day, I will send you an email with a $75 gift certificate to be used on Amazon. So you'll have it before Christmas and you can spend it on Christmas.
I need to make up some new handles and vote for myself.
Yeah.
We will also have $100 on the table.
We got 100 bones on this too.
Yes, we do. And of course, we will take all the votes from the lawabidingbiker.com/SOA07 comments, and we will let you know in an upcoming sometime this year on a regular Law Abiding Biker podcast. We will let you know who the winner was, which will be Ryan Erlacher.
Do not let that influence voting.
And just because I'm the host, it's up to you if you want to vote for me, but I would vote for the host. Anyways, yeah, we'll let you guys know. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We hope you guys had a lot of fun on this episode. Let's take it out with a little rock and roll tonight. So anyways, you guys know what 3 things to do. And if you need to remember what to do, it's simple because I put all the instructions and everything we've told you right in the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/SOA07.
Were those copious show notes?
Copious show notes.
Of course they were.
Which I always do.
Copious.
And so you guys, if you can't remember all the instructions, go there. I've got tons of links. I've got the embedded Kurt Sutter video. I've got the link to Anarchy afterwards. There is just a whole bunch of other stuff on there. Don't forget our phone hotline, our voicemail. If you're not a high-tech redneck, you can just get on your phone and call 509-731-3548 and leave us a message, and we will play it on a Law Abiding Biker podcast episode. Don't forget, you can get us at lawabidingbiker.com/contact. Again, these are all in the show notes, and you can leave a internet voicemail. If you don't want to use the phone, you can just leave an internet voicemail, which are really high quality, and really appreciate that. Or speakpipe.com/lawabidingbiker. There are so many ways you can get a hold of us. Of course, at the contact, you can leave us a voicemail, or an email. And I see his hand. I see him raising his hand. I'll get to you. So email lawabidingbiker.com/contact. You can leave us an email or a voicemail there. There is just no excuse why you can't get a hold of us, and we really appreciate all the input that you guys can give us. Go ahead, Lurch.
Hot Mom, after you're done voting for my
Hot
show.
Mama.
Hot Mom. What is it?
Harley Mom.
Well, you call her Harley Mom. I call her Hot Mama.
All right. You don't even have
Harley
a picture,
Mom.
dude. You don't even have a picture.
Harley Mom. When
All
you're
right.
done voting for me, leave me a voicemail.
There you go.
We'd like to hear from a female.
We
right?
would, absolutely. We don't have any females
No.
yet. That would be
Tired
awesome.
of all these dudes.
Yep. And also, don't forget to go to lawabidingbiker.com/nominate and nominate us. You have through December 24th, I believe, right?
Stitcher
Yeah.
Radio.
For the second annual Stitcher.
22nd, I think it was.
No, that's us. Oh, yeah,
They're
22nd.
both-
You're right.
We did
No.
22nd on both.
No, we're 20th.
We're
Okay.
20th or 22nd.
Yeah. So, anyways, are you sure?
I'm pretty sure you said 22nd.
Well, just look at the show notes. It tells us.
Well, that may not be the...
Get into the show notes. But, let me find them here. But yeah, I believe us. Yeah,
we can correct whatever we want.
No, we end December 20th at midnight.
Even if we said the 22nd, 20th is what we're done with.
The 20th, we are done. I apologize if we made that mistake. Our voting on the it's no big deal. We can we'll make the change. Our voting ends December 20th, Pacific Standard Time at midnight, for who gave the best intro.
And the 22nd for Stitcher
Correct.
Radio.
If you want to nominate us, we humbly ask you to nominate us for the Stitcher Radio Awards, and that ends. You can nominate us daily again. Just go to our website and /nominate. Thanks, guys. Also, rate us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. You guys are the best. Thanks so much. Sorry this episode went long, but it needed to. And may the lucky winner win the $75 gift certificate. We are out.
Like a trap.